Hey folks, it's Kat.Beanie and welcome back to another live stream. Now, as you can see, I am currently in ye old iron farm. Here no got finished with this, well not finished, there's still a bunch of villagers that need to be done. I managed to get these guys locked into their bits and put a couple of more signs around the place telling, you know, what the villagers trade with, and, you know, grew some extra kids, as is my way. Hey, Eridit! Hey, here no! Speak of the devil. Look, it's still working! 2 at once. You did good. Although last time I came out of this bit, I almost got myself yeeted by 2 baby villagers. Baby villagers? Baby zombies. So yeah. Yeah, I want to fix the mine so, you know, mine it out, make it more pretty. Put some stairs in there maybe. How's it going, Eridit? Sucked, you know. Yes, Bernard. If it's Tina Turner, I'll take it. Yeah, so this is currently the state of our mine. As you can see, it's a bit of a hole in the ground, and digging will, you know, not approve. All her mines are very better. they're just better. So I thought I'd do a dig in and try and make the mine look pretty. So that's what we're doing. And you know, as it says in the meme, we yearn for the mines. I mean, I might not be a child anymore, but I've got the maturity of one, and that still counts, right? I'm going to turn the last 4 into librarians so we can use those for bookshelves, as I forgot we need those. Ah, yeah. It snowed in the night and was cold all day. Yeah, I saw your picture. Like, it is... I think Silly's got snow. And down south and up north have snow. But us right in the middle of the country... No snow for us. I mean, we still get the bitter Baltic cold, but not any snow. No snow here. Do you know what I'm saying? That was terrible. Saying that bad puns are always welcome. I'd like to make that abundantly clear. Nothing settled though, too damp. Yeah. I think it's Yorkshire that's absolutely blanketed, eh? Maybe. I don't know. The old Yorkshire, where the tea bags live, and the Yorkshire puddings. Oh, I love a Yorkshire pudding. Kinda craving a Yorkshire pudding right about now. Right, we're gonna need to take out some of the walls as well, but if I could at least get some, you know, stairs in here for now, I'll be happy. So we're gonna mine this all the way down to negative 54, which is, you know, where the diamonds are at. And I'd like to ideally make it 3 wide going all the way down. Balkans, not Baltics. Baltic is a Scottish word. It means cold. Yars. Bulk. Did you think I was talking about a group of people? Cat, Kosovo is Balkans, not Baltic. Oh, right. See, now he's at it as well. I wasn't talking about Kosovo, I was talking about how cold it was. Admittedly, also cold in Kosovo, but still not what I was talking about. It's supposed to snow 5 centimeters Friday night, Saturday morning. Oh, yay. I mean, snow is fun for like the first 5 minutes when you go out and it's like, oh yay, it's snowing, it's so lovely, it's so Christmassy, it's, you know, All this jazz, and then you know after it's seeped through your gloves and your toes are falling off with frostbite, you're kind of maybe this wasn't such a good idea. And then obviously in the house, hot drinks, everybody ends up with the flu. It's fantastic, love it. It's great. God, I don't even think I've got wellies. I've got boots though, so that's fine. Kids have got shoes. I think the only one in the house that actually has wellies is the weeest one, and that's because she's obsessed with Crocs wellies. She's got 2 pairs of Crocs wellies. And I have never worn a Croc in my life, and I don't intend to start now, but that bairn loves Crocs. Well, the wellies at least. She doesn't actually own a pair of Crocs yet. I find it ironic that the film Idiocracy used Crocs in the movie. So if you don't know what Idiocracy is, it's basically about how people have devolved and become idiots by the people with, how do I say this and not offend stupid people? Right, so the stupid people had babies and the smart people didn't have babies. So, you know, the more stupid people, less intelligent people, something, genetics, cognitive abilities, yada yada yada, and thus, you know, Croc wearers were born. And I just find it funny that, you know, after that movie came out and now Crocs became popular, and ironically a lot of intelligent people wear them. Just goes to show, you know, you never know what's going to happen in the movies. I mean, look at Simpsons predicting stuff. Oh, that's a lot of water. Oh, it's so dark in here. Right. I'm putting my New Year's tree in on Sat. What is a New Year's tree? We have trees for New Year's now? What the frick is this? I'm not buying a new tree. I reject your New Year's treesness. Hey, Hierno's in the realm. It's a Hierno. Something to know what this New Year tree stuff's about, because I am concerned. First we have Christmas trees, and then we have Halloween trees, and then people do like autumn trees and with little gonks on them. You know, the little gnomes. That's what they're called, right? And now you're talking about a New Year's tree. I'm a smart people. That whole sentence would beg to differ. That whole sentence wants to see you in its office. Hehe, I'm in danger. Oh, water, why'd you do me like this? Where's all the water coming from? We need a Manchu gonk. Oh, could you imagine? The little pointy hats and the big beard and we need we need an Manchu gonk. I need one. It has to happen. I've stuck it in my brain now. Abby baby. I wish I had crochet hooks. I could totally make one. Alas, my child decided that they were her plaything, and now I don't have any crochet hooks. Because, you know, you can't really let, well, you can let a 3-year-old play with crochet hooks, but, you know, some of them are very small and pointy, so it's probably best not to. Yeah. I can't even remember the last time I bought wool was. Oh, could you imagine like a whole little army of Divergence gonks? Yes. Oh, Sally, you have started something that cannot be unstarted. Is there a place where you can design your own gonk? I would spend so much money. I love this pack thing. Like, it just makes things so much easier to see. Because I have walked through mines before and completely ignored like a whole bit of diamonds. Just because, you know, eyeballs suck. It's a Christmas tree, but we call it a New Year's tree. Is that because you guys don't celebrate Christmas? Do you guys celebrate Christmas? Wait, Erudit, you're Muslim, right? I was having this conversation with somebody the other day. I think. Ah, god damn it. Sally, I need that pack. Players sleeping percentage. About what was it we're talking about? You know, like about the book, the big religious-y book, and it's got the sort of other religious-y books in it. That sounds about accurate, right? Like, forgive me if I'm like wrong, but like I'm trying to manifest memories from many years ago visiting a mosque. Either that or I'm scrambling my brain and mixing it up with a different religion. So do you get like, so do you guys celebrate Christmas kind of, or just not at all, or like what's the deal? Like you just like take bits you like the Christmas tree, or I need to know. I'm so intrigued. I feel like custom gonks may not be a very active market. I don't know. Well, yeah, like gonks are quite popular, but I don't think anybody here knits or crochets, but like if you make personalized items like that, like I can knit and crochet and make stuff like that. But nobody wants to pay for, like, unless you're, you know, well off and basically your whole world is curated by personalized items that you have specifically chosen and blah blah blah, and you know, money's not an issue. The general public don't really care about paying for personalized stuff like that. I mean, obviously there are exceptions to that rule, and some people absolutely love it and will go out of their way to, you know, invest in, you know, creators that make handmade items instead of bog standard stuff. But most people don't, and like even myself, like I'm not going to go out my way to pay £20 for you know, a handmade such and such when I can get essentially the exact same thing for, you know, a third of the cost out the shop. I'd pay for a custom gonk. Yeah, I'm not gonna pay a big company like 50 quid or something to design and make a custom gonk. Like my friend down the road, she crochets. Like I could give her a call and go, yo, I need this, and I would gladly pay her. Like I would happily pay. It's like the coffee argument. Sorry, coffee, if you're watching this back later, but obviously coffee is an artist. Coffee does art and all this thing, and like, you know, their work's fantastic, and I would rather pay them, someone that I know and trust, to do the work that I want than, you know, these people that come in and go, do you want to see my portfolio? It's fantastic. You can have a look. I'm like, no. How about no? I don't know you. I don't know your work. Like maybe if I did get to know them and, you know, trusted them, then their work would be fantastic. But no, I'd rather pay. If I'm gonna pay for something unique and, you know, special like that, I'm definitely gonna use, you know, someone you know and someone you trust. Silly, you need to send me a picture of your face so I can make a gonk. I need to go buy supplies to make gonks first. But yeah, a lot of people don't want to pay for, you know, handmade stuff. And like, I do see the reasoning because, you know, back in the day, a lot of that thing was commonplace. Handmade items were actually valued by people because they've put time, effort, and thought into it. Whereas these days, if you give someone a handmade item that you have made yourself, a lot of the time they're not seeing it as a thoughtful gift that you have poured your heart and soul and time into. Like, they don't think about the cost of materials, the time it's taken you to do it when you could have been doing XYZ amount of other stuff. You know, all they see is this has no monetary value. You've not sacrificed for this because you haven't sacrificed financially. That kind of pees me off as someone that used to, you know, used to make a lot of that stuff. And that's a lot of the reason why I stopped making stuff, because people then try and take advantage of you because they don't see how much time and effort goes into it. It's also kind of like content creating. Obviously, a lot of people put a lot of time. Oh, guys, there should be follower emojis. So if you're a follower, you should be able. There should be new emojis up, so you can try and use those. I did. So like stuff like that. You know, I spent about an hour today trying to figure out the whole follower emoji thing. But you know, people don't see that time that I've spent trying to do that. They just see that, oh well, you do streaming, you need emojis. It's like, well, not you really don't, but you know, because I want you guys to be happy, I'm gonna do it anyway. Hey, there we go. But yeah, I feel like these days, you know, nothing handmade is valued. Right. Oh look, there's iron. Completely missed that last time. I don't know, how would you guys feel about getting a handmade gift? I think a lot of the stuff that's appreciated that's handmade these days is stuff your kids bringing home from school. And even then it's not appreciated that hard. Like my kid made they were doing like children in need the other day. So obviously they got to dress up and go in and blah blah blah, and it was just a printout of the little bear they have on children in need. But you guys know, like, my kids are autistic, and my youngest obviously is developmentally delayed, but she saw the picture example that they had on the table, and then she has her blank copy of the same picture, and she took the exact same colours that they had on their example. And you know, she's 3, she's not colouring within the lines, but you know, she used the exact same colours as the picture. And obviously for me, having a kid with, you know, additional support needs, that's huge, that's massive, that's fantastic. Like, I absolutely loved that picture because, you know, it's showing that she's thinking about, oh well, that looks like that and they look like that, so that's what I need to do, and putting those pieces together. Hey, lapis. God, it's getting a bit toasty in here now. Hold on, folks. Just gonna whip my jumper off. All of Divergence will now be expecting handmade gonks for Christmas. That's fine. I'm just gonna need your bank details, your social security number, and your name and date of birth. Oh, and your home address. Tell your kids to stop being adorable, please. I know, right? Damn them adorable kids. I was moderating the Toy Cat stream last night, and the little one woke up. So obviously I'm sitting here at my desk on my chair. I've got her on my knee, and she's eated it on the floor now somewhere. I don't know where it is, but yeah, one of my Toy Cat plush, the little one, was like down there. She was hugging the long boys as well, but she's just sitting there on my knee, giving me a cuddle, holding her little well, they're basically hers. She's adopted them. Her little Toy Cat plushie. I've actually got a photo of it somewhere. I sent it to the other moderators. They're like, oh. It's like, yeah, this is why I'm being a little bit spacey tonight. But she did sleep last night, so hopefully this whole sickness saga is over. But you know, who's kidding? It's winter. We're just waiting for the next one to rear its ugly head. It's like, oh yeah, it was super cute. I mean, don't get me wrong, she should have been in bed asleep, but yeah, it is what it is. And I was meant to have a dentist appointment, and I completely spaced because we've not slept in days, and my husband's been sick, and the little one's been, you know, not herself. Yeah, like, my husband was in bed having a nap, and honestly, would just forgot about it. So I'm gonna have to phone up the dentist tomorrow and go like, hey, sorry, can you give me an appointment, please? I need my face checked. Thanks. Right, we're gonna do it this way. It's one of those things, like, sometimes you just forget, well, I forget things all the time. That's nothing new for me, but I imagine regular people forget things too. I'm going to try and get something out to the DV team for Xmas, even if it's just a tea bad or something. A tea bad. The shipping fees will destroy me financially, probably. But I don't know, like I've like Dasha, you guys know Dasha, one of the other moderators for Toycat, she needed to order something. Sorry guys, I got something stuck in my mouth. Yeah, she needed to order something, but because, you know, Russia, she couldn't have it sent directly to her. So she sent me the money for it. Well, they ordered it, had it shipped to my address, and like I posted it out to Russia, and it was only what, 20 quid to get to Russia. I know it can be a quite pricey for, like, you know, New Zealand and Australia and stuff. As like my cousin lived in New Zealand. She currently lives in Australia with her fiance. But yeah, I can imagine that'd be a bit pricey. But I think America was about the same sort of price. Was about 20 quid when I posted that stuff out to Buster. Like here's a free headset that I don't need, and you know, the national food of my country. And he's like, you're doing this because I'm poor, aren't you? Well, the headset, yes. The food, no. That, and I don't like to waste things. I mean, the haggis wouldn't have went to waste, you know.
That's my haggis.
I know, my husband's still really peed off about that. So, for those of you that don't know, like, I had a headset, I got the my new microphone and everything, and obviously this headset was surplus to requirements. So instead of, you know, trading it in and getting money back myself, or donating it to charity, Buster will admit himself that he is not in the best, you know, financial circumstances. So, you know, and he needed, you know, he needed a new headset. I think his one had just broken or something. There was, so I was like, well, that's great timing. I don't need this headset. You need this headset. I will give you this headset. And obviously, just because, you know, I'm Scottish, we have haggis. It's a thing. We love haggis. I mean, I hated it as a kid. Love it now. And it's illegal in the US to buy or manufacture or whatever. Not to ship into it. I've not done anything illegal that I'm aware of. But so I thought, well, this will be fun. I'm sending you this anyway. You know, I'll send you this. That way you can give it a bash and see what you think. And in my mind, that was a very, you know, normal, nice thing to do. I mean, Jesus, when I posted Dash's stuff that she had bought to her, I also put in, you know, snowballs. I was going to send her some iron brew, but I didn't want it to get over, you know, the new stuff that she'd bought. But yeah, I sent her some, you know, Scottish snacks like Tunnocks tea cakes and stuff like that, and tablet, and, you know, fudge and all this sort of stuff. So maybe me thought that was just, you know, well, I'm sending this out to you anyway. It's not going to cost me, oh, diamonds, anything extra to, you know, send this stuff as well. I'll just do that. God, these days. Yeah. You need to get the cool stamps as well. Oh God, please not the ones with Charles' face on them. I don't think I could take it. I mean, as someone with a not like a small nose, like a. I mean, his nose is the stuff of legends, though. I mean, my biological dad has a massive noggin. I think I think I escaped. I think I escaped that fate. But yeah, his noggin be large. Not that there's anything wrong with having a large nose, but I don't know. I need something to criticise about Prince Charles, King Charles. Oh God, the Charles. Oh no, that sounds worse. About Noggin Man, and it's unfortunately that's what it's going to be. It's going to be the nose. With great nose comes great response. No. The forehead distracts from the nose. Yeah, right. See, I have huge forehead. Oh, and here's some lava I made earlier. I don't mind having a big forehead. I can cover up with, you know, hair. I had a fringe at some point. That was... I'm not doing that again. But, you know, I keep making the joke that I'm going to start advertising up here. If you pay me enough, I will. I would. It'd have to be a lot. Maybe for like 10 minutes. But yeah, so, you know, sent some haggis, and then later on there was a disagreement about a date over when we were participating in Warden Ball. I think it was Warden Ball. It was a Divergence something. I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was Warden Ball. Iron Farm said, "Oh, thank you, here no." And I had asked another streamer to also participate in, you know, Warden Ball, and at the time they said, yeah, sure, if they could make it, they would, which is fine. You know, there was absolutely no expectation or, you know, anything on them to attend or participate in any way. It was just like, we're going to do this, it's going to be some fun, if you want to join in, you can. You know, no pressure, you know, don't expect you to stream or mention it or anything like that. We're just hanging out, do you want to come hang out? Did obviously make it clear that some of us would be recording and streaming ourselves. So I think because this streamer had said they would be also participating, and they had a bit of a following, there was sort of 2 dates and times down for, you know, when we were meant to do this thing, and it was just basically whatever one gets the most votes, because that's how we roll in Divergence. Whatever option gets the most votes, that's what we go for, because something democracy something. And unfortunately it appeared that it came down to, like, my vote would be the deciding vote. And hey Argus, how's it going? And obviously I chose the option which was the only option I could participate in, which then sort of negated them being able to participate in it, because they couldn't do that time. And I was basically accused of picking that option to purposely exclude them from participating, which obviously wasn't the case. I was picking the option that, you know, meant I could be included. I wasn't picking the option to purposely exclude them. I was just like, well, here's the options, pick what one's best for you. this one's best for me. Okay, baby. And unfortunately, they felt like that wasn't a good enough reason. Like, I'm sorry, why are you picking what's best for you? Why are you not picking what's best for me? What sort of, you know, oh, you're not a friend. What sort of person are you? I got called a psychopath, uh, a manipulator, and coming back around to the haggis thing, I got accused of sending the haggis to them because it is a disgusting food. Now, mate, Scottish, you know, you really didn't be wanting to say that to a Scot, but you know, you do you. Uh, Aye, that it was a disgusting food, and the only reason I sent it to them was because they are um, in a lower socio-economic group, and I wanted to watch them suffer. Like, I'm that much of a psychopath and an unfeeling person that I wanted to. Um, I basically wanted to laugh at the poor people eating the bad food. Was essentially what I was accused of and called some very, very unsavory things. And yeah, I can laugh about it now. I was very upset about it at the time. But you have to then, well, you don't have to. I do sort of understand that, you know, they had, you know, mental health issues and substance abuse issues and stuff like that. And knowing that, like, I want what's best for them, but I don't want to associate with them again after that experience. Which nobody should have to. If obviously if you have experience with someone that has been abusive to you for whatever reason, or whatever excuse they give you, you know, you don't need to associate with them again if you don't want to, no matter if it was because of, you know, them having XYZ amount of issues. You just don't. You don't owe anybody your attention, or you don't have to let someone that has abused you back into your life just because, you know, it explains why it happened and it doesn't excuse it happening. Divergence Season 1 was like Minecraft EastEnders in terms of pointless drama. It was a bit, yeah. It's thankfully it is so much calmer now. And I thank my lucky stars like every day that we have the group that we have at the moment, because we've got an amazing team of, you know, we've got Diggin, who's fantastic, Amanchu, who's absolutely amazing, Major and Bad Rabbit, great people, Holy Mist, Rocky Mender, Silly, who's drives me nuts, but you know, he's kind of like a little brother. And like, even like having through this, like, met them, and also like Hierno and Jewel and Ozzy, and Coffee, and even like Erudit and Tyler and all the fantastic people at Lit, and there's Argus as well. Like I wouldn't have met all the amazing people that I know, had it not been for, you know, taking that leap and putting together this idea of making a Bedrock SMP, and yeah, there's been many, many regrets and many unfortunate things to deal with, but there's been a lot more positives than negatives, and that's what we've got to take. Because you can dwell on the negatives till, you know, the cows come home, but yeah, I understand that. I have a brother that was abusive about 5 years ago, and an ex-friend who was that way last year. Yeah, just yeet them. Just go, I'm sorry you're a dick, but I don't need to deal with it. Be gone, a-hole. Yeah, as some of you know, like, my biological father is an alcoholic. And I did double check with one of my relatives recently. Still drinking, unfortunately for him. And you know, I had to eat him out of my life when my son, who's almost 14, well, he'll be 14 in April, when he was a month old, because we were at one of my brother's 18th birthday parties at his mum's house. I'm not going to go into the massive. We don't have the same mum. There you go. Long story short. So we were at his mum's house, and my bio dad and his new partner were there, and they'd been drinking, and you know, I'm not drinking because I've got, you know, a newborn, and it got to the point where he threatened my husband, my, you know, bio father threatened my husband while my husband was holding our newborn son, and I had to physically pin my father to a fence to protect my child, and you know, putting up with his behaviour when I was a teenager and when I was a kid and when I was young and stupid, and was one thing, and I never would have left when I was younger because he had partial custody of my two. Oh, hope you're okay here now. He had partial custody of my two youngest brothers, and there's no way in hell I was leaving them in his care, given, you know, how he is. But obviously when they're adults and they can handle themselves, and you know, I'm an adult and I can handle myself, but you know, my kids don't need to see that or hear that or deal with that.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Bubs. Go tidy your room and then you can have a can of Coke, okay? Okay, good boy. Parenting. And yeah, I have not spoken to him since. I have always left the door open. I've always said, if you stop drinking, I will, you know, I'll sit down, we'll have a conversation. Okay, cool. You know, we'll sit down, we'll have a conversation. He's not going to be in my kids' lives ever, but you know, we can have a chat about things, and see how that goes. But you know, for the past 14 years, he's not managed to, and it's unfortunate. But you know, sometimes, like, you can't help what other people do, and sometimes you can't help what other people do to you, and that is not your fault, but you also don't have to continue to have a relationship with them, just because they're your father or your mother or your brother or your uncles, sisters, hamsters, cat. Like, I have a dad who would never do anything like that to me. And, you know, just because someone's biologically your parent doesn't make them a good parent. Not everybody that, you know, produces offspring should produce offspring. Hats go off to all the folk that decide to not have kids. You know, like my stepdad, he's never had biological children. He raised 3 of us. You know, like my my grandmother that just passed away last October. She never had her own kids. Still my grandmother. You know, surround yourself with people that, you know, love you and want the best for you, and, you know, you want what's best for them. And, like, because people get so caught up on, oh, but they're this to me, they're that to me. Yeah, they may be whatever to you, but if they're gonna treat you like crap, can we all collectively agree that we should just throw them in the lava? Do I have any deep slate up here? Am I gonna have to go all the way back down to the bottom again? Yeah, that's fine. We'll take a nap and we'll go back down. Can't believe I've almost finished the stairs and I need to go all the way back down to get more deep slate. Although I do need to dig out a little bit more of the... So yeah, just yeet them in the lava. Or, you know, beat them to death with a shoe. Either's good. Either's good. That's sarcasm, by the way. Twitch, please don't eat my channel. Okay, Bubby. Get Isabel to check. You get so paranoid when people need to come and check your room. Hold on. Hold on, folks. Now you're just shouting on my kid. On my kid, not at my kid. Can you check Nathan's room, please, baby, and make sure it's clean? She's a good girl. She's very critical as well. Like, sometimes I'd be like, ah, it's good enough, and she'd be like, no. That's that bit and that bit. Yes, child. Is it tidy?
There's still a little bit more.
Oh, okay. Oh, like, is it tidy? And she's like, there's still a little bit more. Love you. Told you, she's very critical. I'd be like, ah, it's fine. You know, go get your Coke, buddy. And he's like, no, not yet.
Mommy, I'm done.
Okay, Bubby. But I was one of those kids that could never keep their room cleaned. I had one of those cabin beds, so you know it's like up a bit, so it's like a bunk bed but without the bed underneath. So I used to have one of them. It used to have this curtain on it. What did I just eat? Why did I keep eating things? So instead of, you know, actually cleaning my room, I would just shove everything under the bed. Like, it's clean. It's like, and my parents sort of gave up trying to... Hi. I mean, like, their criteria was you had to be able to walk across the floor. And you could. How's it going? Okay, bye. And you know, you could walk across the floor. And I had the smallest bedroom, right? Like, because, well, to be fair, my 2 brothers, they shared a room because, you know, they were the boys and I was the girl. Yeah, pretty sure I was definitely still a girl back then. And so obviously I always got the smallest room and they always got the biggest room because there was 2 of them in the one room. But it was like, I don't have enough space to store all my crap. And you know, young girl, I had a lot of crap. Right. That's looking better. Ish. I mean, you still need to knock a few blocks out here so we don't bang our head off stuff, but sometimes banging your head off stuff is fun. Depends what you're banging your head off, I suppose. Oh, that's a lot of gravel. Okay, this is fine. I don't think we're gonna use this, but you know, it's still a spawner. I'm still not getting rid of it. I'm gonna put a torch on top of it though, instead of. Yeah, that's better. Maybe stick a lantern up there at some point. Right, this is looking a bit better. Right, we need more stairs, don't we? So polish deep slate and then turn that into bricks. And then turn that into stairs. Job's good. This should be enough. Well, maybe slab. Yeah, we'll grab some slabs and we'll slab a lot of it as well. What do you guys do with your mines? Inquiring minds need to know. That's where those went. Okay, so we'll make the slabs different. So we'll make them into the tiles. And then Slabalicious. There we go. Oh, I did. Okay, that's fine. Boom. I don't know if I like the contrast or not. I was on the realm for 5 or 10 yesterday. Mostly was tweaking my settings. Yeah, I saw it came up on the realm stories. Right, where's my bloody lip gloss? Sorry, I put lip gloss on. Like I pick my lips a lot, so I feel like wearing lip gloss because I don't like getting my fingers sticky. It stops me picking my lips, but I don't know if anyone else does that. Or like, you know, biting. I bite them a lot. But then stuff gets stuck on them and it's just, ugh. See, yeah, Argus joined the realm. Woo! If anybody else would like to join the realm, I can post the link. Sorry, folks. I can't see without my glasses. Like, literally, I can't read anything on that screen. I can't even see my own face. I'm just a big peach blur. Saying that, I might look a little red in the in the webcam, but trust me, I could give Snow White a run for her money. I'm a wee pale ass Scottish woman. How's it going here now? You good? Hello. Are we using this spawner? I don't think so. You know, do what you want with it, buddy. I mean, we've got the double spawner over by the bit. We don't really need that one. Although I'm still weird about breaking spawners. You never know if you'll need it in the future, you know? If we are not using it, we might as well destroy it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, feel free. Thank you, baby. I got coffee. I got coffee, cappuccino. but it's not coffee. It's technically a hot chocolate. I keep saying coffee, but I mostly drink decaf, and yeah, and hot chocolate, because something tachycardia. Hey, Agent Mindstorm, how's it going? It'd be quite fun to join, but I've got a 3D modelling project to wrap up. Oh no, well, let me know when it wraps up. I can send you the realm invite. Just hit me up. You know you want to. Decaf sinner. I know, it's bad, but like, hear me out. I want to live. And unfortunately, I do suffer from tachycardia. I've got a heart condition. Thanks to, you know that son I was referring to earlier? Yeah. Almost died having that little nugget. And, yay, tachycardia. Like, childbirth is just like the gift that keeps on giving. Just steal a new heart. And then do what, Beat? What do you do with it once you steal it? Is it like a Highlander type deal? There can be only one? I need to know. Right. That's looking much better. At some point we'll put walls and things in, but, you know, actually having stairs on one of my mines, definitely a step up. Hey, what's up, guy? Just loitering around. Oh, Kieran's gone to bed. I was going to bed. I mean, it's not a competition, everybody can go to bed. Well, not anymore. Right, that's all deep slate things. Cool. Now, what's in there? Obsidian. Other stuff. Yeah, all of these are basically empty. Oh, and a hole in the ceiling. There we go. Now it's art. Okay, I need to get some item frames for these bits. I need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new chests. So that's 3. Pardon me. Oh, sorry guys. Oh, I yawned and I pulled a muscle in my neck.
Old age, babe. You're old.
I'm not as old as you.
How do I pull muscles in my neck for yawning?
I don't know if anybody has had this, but I had a bit of costochondritis earlier. Wait, I don't know if that is costochondritis. No, I don't think it is. You know that thing where like it feels like you're having a heart attack, but it's like when there's like a shooting pain on, you know, this where your heart is, and you can only breathe in so much. So you're like taking like little shallow breaths, because that's probably why I'm yawning so much now. Sorry, that, and I've not slept properly in like a week. But yeah, you can only breathe in so much, and then if you breathe in any more, it's like your heart feels like it's going to destroy you. Yeah, I had a case of that earlier. It was fun times. I'm like breathing like really low and really shallow because like it's sore. And then I had to yawn, so I like tried. Sorry. So I'm trying to yawn, but I'm trying to yawn without hurting myself, and then as soon as I yawned, it's like it went away. Oh man, sometimes I yawn too wide and then I have to close my mouth very slowly to avoid pain. Yeah, have you ever like unclicked your jaw before? Like, you know, hanging it out a joint and then it's like sort of locked in. I used to do that like a lot as a kid. I think my muscles have just given up the ghost at this point, to be honest. But yeah, a lot of and another weird thing like I used to be able to do is you know how all your like your eyes and your nose and your ears and all that stuff's all connected. Alright. Every time I yawn my eyes water. Every time I yawn, every time I laugh, every time I sneeze, every time I live. Yeah, I just have watery eyes. But yeah, you know how all this stuff's connected. Hey, Amanchu, welcome back. I used to be able to breathe out of my eye. Like, it's probably not good for you because I used to like hold my nose and like, you know, like that. And yeah, I'd get some air coming out of my eyeball. It's like, that's probably not a good thing to do. I wonder if that's contributed to my failing eyesight as I've gotten older. And this crappy eyesight was brought to you by blowing air out of your eyeballs. Such a weird sentence. Right. I know exactly what you're talking about with the deep breath pain. I've never seen anyone talking about it. Yeah, it happens to so many people. And everybody's like, I'm dying. It's like, no, you're just, well, you might be, but probably not. But yeah, you just have to wait it out. It's one of the most horrible things ever, but unfortunately it's just a case of be patient, it'll go away. And I used to get that quite a lot. And then they sort of misdiagnosed it as having panic attacks. It's like, that's not a panic attack.
I've just done some salt water, gargle.
They put me on medication for panic attacks when I was like 13. And I'm not like I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 75% certain they weren't panic attacks. I think they were just crappy chest muscles, to be honest. Your muscles suck. Here, have stabby heart pain. Yay! Because like it used to happen a lot, and now it's not happened in a while. And I think like obviously my 3-year-old is getting quite big now, and I am a little person, and my husband is not a little person, but because obviously she keeps getting picked up, she keeps expecting to get picked up. Your eye, yeah, yeah. I mean, on the upside, I'm alive, so I wasn't meant to be alive, but I am alive, thankfully. Yeah, no, I don't like that. Basically, when my mother was having me, she had a big bleed and was told that I wouldn't make it. And if I did make it, I would be severely cognitively disabled. And now I've just got, you know, some crappy memory issues, hearing loss, audacity. I don't know if that's too much of a detriment though. Like it's a thing. I like a thing. Things are handy. Amanchu, we're turning you into a gonk. Now I want to see if that lands. Like, what's a gonk? Oh, my offspring is angry for some reason. Hey, I've got flint. Here, no, do we need flint to flint with people? Oh, I threw a netherite upgrade trim at you earlier as well, and then you immediately left the realm before I could type out. I threw a netherite upgrade trim at you. So hopefully you got it. Why have I got a bunch of books on me as well? These come out there. These go in there. Right, I was looking for leather and I got distracted, which is nothing new. Leather. The more leather, the better. Am I right? I have a leather whip. That that's going to need some clarification. So I have a leather whip, which is the type of leather whip you're probably imagining the leather whip to be, and it was actually a gift to me and my husband for one of our anniversaries. How long have we been married? Like
5 years in January.
yeah, 5 years in January. So it was an anniversary gift for whatever anniversary is leather. Because you know my friend has got a wicked sense of humour that way. So obviously we're opening this anniversary gift, and there's this leather whip and some other interesting things that I probably shouldn't discuss on social media. Let's just say they involved a part of the anatomy that everybody has and some people produce milk out of. Oh god, my husband's face was a picture when we opened that. It was great. I'm sitting there laughing my nut off because, you know, it's my best friend that gave it to us, and like she gets my sense of humour, I get her sense of humour. So I'm pissing myself poorless, and he's just like, why? I got it. I must have timed out when I was in time. Yeah, I think you were AFK at the time because you were just sort of standing there. Hey. Yeah, no need to explain the whip. We all know why you have it. No, that's why I still have it. What anniversary is leather? That'll give you an indication. We got married in January of 2020, before lockdown. Go us. The whip goes in the dresser drawer with the rest of the unmentionables. See, a man she knows. And how dare you mention my unmentionables? Right. I think I'm gonna need more item frames. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're not a crafting table. Okay. I need more sticks. I'm actually gonna need to end this stream soon. Hold on, folks. I'm just gonna double check when Toycat's streaming, because he might have. You guys know how he likes to bump the stream back sometimes. So just gonna double check what time that's crackalackling. I mean, it says 8 o'clock now, so we've got 40 minutes. We're good. We're good. Right. Now I have more item frames than I need. That's probably for the best. Take one of those. Oh look, I got chains to go with my whip. Giggity. Get deep slate. Lee obsidian. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna fill a full double chest full of obsidian, but you never know. We need a gold farm at some point. If that's going to be random tools, then I can just put that on there. Which means I can bring those shulker boxes down that I've got in the other house and put all that stuff in there. Okay. I don't know why I opened that myself when I put pressure plates down. Just like a force of habit. Yeah, I have a friend who ordered a tankard and a coffee cup from a place that sells adult entertainment items. It was for my birthday. Right. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it had like a penis or something on it. Or the other thing. Depends what you're into, really. But, you know, everybody's got one of those friends that just, you know, goes that
concentrate.
extra mile.
But they're not all hacking.
Okay,
But of course, as I
that's
say, because
random
there's no
armor.
people that
That's
would
random
keep
armor.
using that as one
That's a piece of crap. Okay. I want to go ride a
That's
strider in the Nether, but I feel like I'd die. I might leave like my gear
Well,
here,
guess what? It doesn't matter because you.
and I need to take a fishing rod and get a thing.
So why don't you
For
just
Christmas
stick
this
your
year, I'm
fucking
getting
name
Kat a
on
big painting of.
Push the
Oh
water
no!
rather than
No! No! Silly! I cannot unimagine that. I can,
I'm not complaining.
and I'm not imagining good things. I'm imagining positions, and it's you've put no. I need to scrub my brain clean after that one. Shut up, Flurp.
I am.
Oh god, I'm never gonna live
Well,
that comment down, am I?
Once again, that's
So
part
for
of that.
some
You
reason,
get
I
fucking
can't
back
remember
from
how we got
classes.
onto it, but we were discussing the
It's not in that camp. it's
extracurricular
like,
activities of the King of Britain.
Look,
and-
it's on the console.
Yeah, he's married to the spouse of the King of Britain. And it somehow got onto the topic of yeah, they're saying they're extracurricular activities, and I'm like, that's like, have you ever seen that meme or that gif where the guy's blowing like powder, like just, I can't. If I keep going on about it, I was absolutely poorless. It's not even that funny, and I was pissing myself laughing. No, honestly, I can't look at that topic again for a while.
I know, it's so stupid.
We both, well, both items have a dragon symbol.
God treats, that's the thing, Activision treats double XP tokens like money.
Noi. But no, please don't. Yeah. Oh. Like, I'm not against finding older people attractive. A lot of older people are attractive. Unfortunately, she's not one of, well, obviously I don't have to sleep with her, so, you know. Small mercies. The fuck? That is how not to climb up a jungle tree. There you go, pro tip for you. But yeah, there are some things that everybody has thoughts in their brain that should never be uttered or thought of ever again. What are those called? There's a name for them. Oh, silly, you've given me the heebie-jeebies. Although I will say one of the annoying things, like, I'm not a royalist by any stretch of the imagination. Like, the Queen Mother was Scottish.
Oh no.
Again. And like, I did kind of like Queen Elizabeth. My grandmother was a big royalist, so grew up with a lot of royal merchandise in her household.
Still at the fence.
But one thing that really grates on me, and I don't know why, because I shouldn't care. We'll just call them catisms. Is like, they keep in the media, they keep calling Camilla the Queen. She's not the Queen. Even when Prince William gets, you know, anointed, Even Kate's not gonna be the queen. The monarch is like, they're not a monarch. They are the side piece or the main piece of the monarch. It's it's not the same, and like one of Queen Elizabeth's conditions was that, you know, Camilla not be called the Queen, and they've completely disrespected that. Like, a lot of you know that, like, I've mentioned the story before of when my granddad passed away, which is my bio dad's dad, which is my late grandmother's husband, my late grandmother's late husband. Long way to explain it, but yeah. So when my granddad passed away, well, before he passed away, he had mentioned to me personally, while I was visiting, that he does not want any of his children to attend his funeral, to sort of safeguard my grandmother's emotional well-being at the time, because unfortunately he knew he was further off. He had cancer, you know, he knew it was occurring, and you know, he wanted to protect his wife, which, you know, very admirable. Put me in a bit of a pants situation, because I'm not gonna put the burden on, you know, my grandmother who's just lost her husband to, you know, go, oh, by the way, your dad's dead, but he doesn't want you at the funeral, so fuck it off. So I made the decision to not tell them that he had passed until after the funeral. Which meant I had to then inform all four of my brothers that their grandfather had passed, and, you know, tell them not to tell our biological father, which has since came to bite me in the ass, because my youngest brother, who's currently having a lot of his own personal issues, didn't like doing it, was completely against it, and when my grandmother passed away, which was his stepmother, which obviously had nothing to do with him, I asked them not to tell. Well, I thought it went without saying. I didn't specifically say to my youngest brother not to tell that side of the family, but, you know, I thought they had some common sense. And it came back to bite me in the ass. So, and he attended my late grandmother's funeral, just basically because he's looking for that. And yeah, it was a completely crappy position to be put in, but that was one of my grandfather's last wishes, and I think that it is completely disrespectful to ignore the last wishes, you know, of a dying person. It tells you, this is what I want, and then, you know, after they're dead, just completely ignore that whole situation. Have you ever heard of The Last King of Scotland? I have, yeah. I've not seen the movie, but my husband absolutely loved it. That's about I can't remember if he's African or Nigerian or South African or but yeah, about that ruler who's absolutely obsessed with Scotland, and that Scottish actor guy was in it. What's his name? Babe, who was in The Last King of Scotland?
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy. There we go.
What was that? When that happened?
But yeah, that was based on a true story, wasn't it?
34.
As far as I am led to believe.
What when
Please
Ian
correct me if
covered
I'm
his
wrong.
eye? I was very
Uh, but yeah, I kind of feel like obviously there's the whole controversy of Scotland wanting to leave the UK. We don't want to leave the UK, unfortunately. Sorry, silly, but we just want to leave the English government. We like Ireland, but why am I stripping? Why am I not stripping? Is the question. You know, we get along with Irish, we get along with the Welsh. We just don't get along with the Westminster government, unfortunately. Uganda, right. Forrest Whitaker was amazing. I'll need to give it a watch. I've heard good things. My mum is going to be 90 in January. All she wants is to be cremated and chucked into the ground with my grandparents and no funeral. Way to go, your ma. Funerals, honestly, are overrated. Like, I do think it's therapeutic to have a space where everybody can, you know, come and, you know, talk about your life. Like, and obviously, it's kind of like therapy, isn't it? Like going somewhere and like chatting about, you know, your grief and loss and telling like funny stories about the departed. I think that's quite beneficial for people. But like I said, I'm an organ donor. My kids are organ donors. My husband's an organ donor. If for whatever reason one of us goes, you know, someone's carving us up and chopping us to bits first, and then it'll just be. I really like the idea of those environmental burials, like being put into a pod of a tree. Like, I really like that idea. Or there's another one where you can be made into like a coral reef. And given the state of the oceans, you know, that would probably be a good shout. But there's so many creative ways to go, and I don't agree 100% with cremation. I think it's handy, and it, you know, it saves a lot of space. But I also think that, you know, you guys are kind of depriving the next generations of some fossil fuels there, folks. How are they going to fly the space cars? No, but yeah, I would like the whatever remains of me, like if, like either, you know, donate my organs or donate me to science, and whatever's left, just chuck it in a pod for a tree. I kind of like that idea. I've got a little sapling. I don't have a garden. I've got a decking, and on my deck, I've got that's deck. Just to clarify that for the perverts out there. So on my deck, I've got a little apple tree. It's like this big, and I grew it from again. From the seed of, I don't know, the Titanic ship or something. But yeah, I grew it from a seed, and like I'm really quite proud of it. And I love growing potatoes and stuff. Like, potatoes are so easy to grow. Like, chuck them in a bag, chuck some soil on top of them, leave them for a bit, and they just basically grow themselves. And then they don't stop. Like, I put some potatoes in to the sort of trash heap, the compost pile, and they just started growing more potatoes. I'm like, dudes, stop! You guys are not meant to do that. You're meant to dissolve into mushy nothingness so I can use you at a future date. But no, they're just like, screw you. We're growing more of ourselves. I've like never seen so many militant potatoes in my life. I'm not sentimental about bodies. When I die, just throw me in the bin or something. Just donate yourself to science. My funeral will just be a small room with some people, and anyone who attends has to down a bottle of JD prior. Craig, you're going to Silly's funeral when he dies. He's a Jack Daniels person.
What am I doing?
Silly says that anybody that attends his funeral has to down a bottle of JD before they go.
What happens if I just said I done it?
He's like, what happens if I just said I'd done it? That's fine. Like, just lie. And my funeral. Oh no, I've read that one. Yeah, everybody should be an organ donor. We have that thing in Scotland now where you are an organ donor unless you opt out. I mean, I was opted in, and all my kids, I registered all my kids as organ donors basically as soon as they were born, because, you know, tiny babies need tiny organs. And, you know, if the worst were to happen, they're not them. They're not there anymore. God, how horrified would you be, like, if you found out, like, after you died, that you were still aware of stuff, and, you know, like, that sort of, like, locked in syndrome? That you were conscious and aware and could feel, but you couldn't do anything about it?
Such a fucking
That's like
mess,
New
right?
Fear Unlocked type deal right there. Like, hey. No. No thanks. It's some scary stuff. I mean, thankfully I got to the age of 35 before seeing a dead person, or before seeing someone actually pass away. But like, one of the good things is, God, this got a really morbid turn to it, didn't it? One of the good things I found was like watching those folks on like Facebook and stuff that do that work in like hospice care and stuff. Their stories are like really reassuring. It's like, if you're gonna die, like, that's how I want to go. Cat's face is gonna be grafted onto. Oh. Right, how many subscribers do I need to get a picture of my face tattooed onto Camilla's ass? And how tight would they have to... No, don't say that on the internet. That's some concerning conversation right there. Right, so for those of you that aren't aware, if I get 100, is it 100,000 subs on YouTube, Silly's getting a picture. It's actually one of the I think it's one of the emotes. I think I might have made it a special emote that if you if you subscribe for so long, or blah 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 on Twitch. Anyway, it's the picture of, you know, me with my hair up and all the crayons sticking out of my head. So if I get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, Silly's getting a picture of that tattooed onto his arm. So come on, folks, you can do this. I believe in you. I believe. So yeah, come on, you can do this. Oh, Silly, I'm mentioning this all as much as I can. I won't say that I don't care about the subscribers, because that would be great, but, you know, if you only subscribe to get a picture of my face onto Silly's arm, I'll take it. I will damn well take it. You don't even have to watch any of the videos. Let's make this happen. Putting you in a rough spot there, buddy, huh? Then you won't be talking out of your own ass for once. What's wrong with talking out my ass? Have you seen my ass? It's majestic. Got a majestic ass. He's sitting over there. See, you guys thought I was talking about my own ass. god, I've got stuff and things. Why have I got so much stuff and things? Right, let's plant some stuff and things. Where's my bucket? I need a fancy hoe, not one of those. Well, I have a fancy hoe. Well, it's not enchanted yet, but it's as fancy as I get. I'm cocky enough to say my own ass is very majestic. Oh, I'm not saying my own ass isn't majestic. It's a good ass. I love him very much. If he watches this back, I'm probably getting divorced. In which case, free ass. Again, not my ass. His ass. God, I really shouldn't be allowed to speak on a platform. Like I was talking to a friend recently who was having a lot of self-confidence issues, and like I'm not gonna be you know, I'm not gonna turn around and say like I've never had self-confidence issues. Like I have self-confidence issues every single damn day. Like I'm sure many of you folk do as well. But I think one of the things that's really helped me is like nobody's gonna be 100% perfect. Like no one's gonna be 100% happy with every aspect of themselves. Like I am a monumental oversharer. I have a very skeptical and perverted mindset. That's not necessarily a downside, but you know what? It depends on your audience, I suppose. Like I make very bad jokes. You know, and there's also parts of like my physical attributes that like I'm not too happy with. But one of the things that really helps me is like trying to remember like aspects about like my personality and my physical attributes that I do like, and especially when you're putting yourself out there on a public platform, and especially when you have a lovely webcam that's looking directly at your feckin' face, you know, there is not enough makeup in the world that could cover all of the imperfections. Like the only thing I've got on today is, well, at the moment is eyeliner because it kind of wiped the lip gloss off. But yeah, me and makeup don't get along so well. I will use concealer some days because, again, 3 autistic kids, I do not sleep well. I used to sleep like the dead before I had kids, and then sort of mom brain was activated, and then you're sort of in like a perpetual fight or flight mode, and then like the baggy eyes, like you guys are seeing it, like there's a little, I don't know how the camera does it, but they're like, it's light and it makes my skin look clear, but it's not great. It's not great. But yeah, so my friend was having, or is having, should I say, very, like basically a severe case of self-confidence issues and absolutely hating every part of themselves. And it's really, you know, I could turn around and say to you, them, anybody, like, just, it's, you know, but you're great at this and you're great at that, and, you know, I can tell someone they look beautiful and they're amazing and they're a great person till I am blue in the face, and I could obviously genuinely, and I
Just
do
keep pushing it up
genuinely
the felt.
believe those things. But you know, it's like when,
Yeah, I did tell us when the teammates
like, if your partner or significant other expresses something about themselves that they do not like, and you turn around and go, yeah, but I think you're perfect. It's like, one hand, you don't always necessarily believe them 100%, and even if you do believe and, you know, trust in their opinion, it doesn't, you know, take away from the fact that, you know, that person themselves finds XYZ aspect of themselves unappealing, and, you know, sometimes they're not looking for you to say, like, they're not looking for platitudes, they're just looking for someone to, like, not even like problem solve, but maybe just commiserate that emotions and feelings are a bit shitty sometimes. Like, it's a very, very difficult topic to cover, and like, if anybody's got any advice on supporting a friend like going through something like that, would really love to hear your thoughts, because I'm kind of struggling. Like, one of my struggles, and I've discussed this in the past, is like when I tell people things, one of my crappy traits is I don't always necessarily believe that they think I am being genuine. I really struggle with trying to make myself think, like, if I say, you know, if someone's, I don't know, just lost a family member, for example, since we were talking about that topic earlier, and I go, I'm so sorry for your loss. For some reason, my brain then overthinks, like, oh, did that sound genuine? Do they actually think I feel sorry? Did I sound like a complete idiot? Do they think I'm a bad person? Blah, 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 blah. And so obviously, trying to help a friend. Thanks for the follow, Addison. Much appreciated. Welcome in. Yeah, so trying to help a friend through, you know, their personal struggles, while I am struggling with people thinking that what I say is genuine, and not overthinking all of that stuff myself is a really difficult thing to deal with, because then I think, oh, I should say this, or I should say that, or I should help them in this way, but then your brain goes, oh, but what if they don't believe you? What if this? What if that? What if? And then the whole your whole own issues come into effect, and it sort of got me back to thinking of when I was studying to become a nursery teacher, and this is gonna sound weird, but, you know, trust the process, folks. Is free as the sequel to Free Willy? Yes, it is. With great ask comes great responsibility. But yeah, it goes back to the thing when I was studying to become a nursery teacher, and one of the things that they tell you is vitally important, because obviously you're shaping young minds, is to not let your own personal beliefs and your own personal prejudices and your own personal thoughts and experiences and traumas affect how you
I bet you guys are
you
worried
know
out.
deal with the children, because if you are, let's say, obviously, let's say for example the teacher, and this is an extreme example and likely not to happen, but let's just say the teacher is racist, right? Their own personal views and beliefs reflect that of a racist person. Now,
Just in
obviously, the implications of that would be then that if they were caring for, you know, children of colour and children from diverse backgrounds,
This should not be like this. It was like this with other games.
and then obviously they might be more inclined to favour doing activities and stuff with the children that they prefer, and their background, if they were raised racist or whatever, would then influence their behaviour on obviously those children, and it would have a detrimental impact on those children because of their personal beliefs and prejudices and experiences. And again, like in cases of, like, if someone has experienced a trauma, like for example if someone has been SA'd when they were younger, and a situation comes up which, you know, can happen and has to be dealt with professionally, a situation comes up where there is a possibility that a child has experienced this, and it is a child in your care that you are caring for, there is certain procedures and circumstances and, you know, stuff that has to be done to process that in the right way. And if obviously the professional, the teacher, cannot look at it from a logical standpoint, and then maybe flies off the handle and accuses, you know, the person that maybe instigated to be the abuser as the abuser, and, you know, it then turns out that it was a completely innocent situation that just got the wrong end of the stick. You can then see how that would negatively impact not only that person's life but the child's life, depending on who it was and what circumstances were and blah blah blah. And even if the accusation was genuine, you know, it can still have devastating consequences if done in the wrong way, because someone has had someone's background and, you know, trauma has influenced their behaviour to act inappropriately and unprofessionally. So when I'm trying to deal with sort of someone else's issues, I try and remember sort of that sort of training, like to not let your own personal beliefs and problems influence, you know, how you would help them, because it's, you know, it's how everything you do in your life and everything that has happened to you has obviously influenced and affected and shaped who you are as a person in some way, whether it's your religion or your upbringing or the whole nature versus nurture thing. Spent 5 minutes talking about making racist babies. I'm not talking about making racist babies. Oh god, only you would come out with something like that when I'm actually talking about a serious topic instead of a stupid topic. But yeah, and some people don't even realise like how their upbringing or their community or you know, just like their experience in general has affected them, their behaviour and their outlook on life. We can move all this stuff inside now, I think. And again, it can be very difficult not to let your personal influences affect like how you feel about like certain topics and look at things from, you know, a logical, non-biased perspective. Like being non-biased about anything is very, very difficult. Because, you know, everybody, like, you know, opinions are like a-holes. Everybody's got one. And some people are still shocked to find that theirs may not be right. Where am I putting the sugar cane, actually? I got to have a quick shave and come back to you talking about racist nursery teachers. I was making a point on how we were taught that, you know, not to, when I was training to become a nursery teacher, that you shouldn't let your, you know, your past and your upbringing and everything influence how you teach children, and using that lesson to then in your own life to how I, like, you know, deal with you know, personal situations where, you know, that here's this situation, this is how I would react to it if I was reacting to it, like, you know, instantaneously based on behavior alone, or, you know, sitting down thinking about it and going, actually I may not be the best person for this, or just because this is what my instincts are telling me I should do doesn't mean this is the best course of action, blah blah blah, and looking at it from a logical point instead of a reaction point. But anyway, I am going to have to tap out, folks, because, you know, I need to go moderate a Toy Cat stream. So I might catch some of you over there, I might not, but anyway, whatever. I'm going to teach a group of kids to be really prejudiced to people called Catherine. Woo! Maybe they'll stop calling me Catherine then. But anyway, thanks for hanging out, folks. Please remember to like, subscribe, follow, all that jazz, and I will hopefully catch you guys next one. If you're on Twitch, please hang around and we will try and raid out. I've not tried to raid out in a while, but, you know, we can do this. We got this, I think. Actually, I don't think there's anyone on I can raid out to that I know. It's fine. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys, and I will. What's the other stream? Oh, I'll post the link, Argus. If you want to come out, hang out, and chat, I will be moderating. As it says, a lot of you guys know I do moderate for IBX Toy Cat. Some of you don't know who that is, or don't know that I moderate for that. That's not his link. I don't know why that did that. Why is that linking there? Alright, for some reason it had my link, but his, yeah, that's my Twitter. Okay, the bottom link, not the top link. By majestic, do you mean really, really big? You know. Okay, thanks for the great stream. Catch you later. I'm not saying small. We all secretly care about the subscribers. Right, yeah, come on. I need 100,000 subscribers to get my face on Silly's arm. But anyway, yes, definitely ending the stream now. I'll catch you over in the other stream. Good.